All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's our fourth time together on camera, but not counting the Emmys last year. But we are together again. I mean, do I even need to say their names? But I'm going to anyway. They're my friends, Camryn Grimes and Cait Fairbanks, known as Teriah. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi there.
I'm Camryn.
And I'm Kim. I'm
And
Kim.
I am James Fairbanks.
Fairbanks is kind of like a
Right.
good
I'm trying
last.
to, James Fairbanks sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds good.
James Fairbanks sounds great.
Fairbanks is a pretty
Yeah, it's like a
solid
classic, the classic Hollywood
last name.
Yeah.
You got really lucky. Mine is trash.
Yeah.
I would be James Grimes if I hated to be. I could be
That
James
also
Grimes.
sounds good.
Yeah, that's true. You make it sound good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies, first of all, congratulations on the 1 year anniversary of the marriage of Teriah, which still stands as a really beautiful, just regular soap wedding, just beautiful wedding. When you look back on that day, just behind the scenes, how was it for each of you? So I'll say, Cait, we'll start with you first.
Oh my gosh.
How
It was long.
Is my honesty filter on? Or?
Yeah. It was, I mean, to be fair, those days are grueling, whether you're the one getting married or they're just long days. But I have to say, it was one of the more fun ones.
Yeah, it was really fun.
We did. It just like the set was beautiful. The amount of people and the group of people specifically that we had, it was just everybody had the best spirits, like going through those long days, and like we got it done, and nobody lost their heads. I quietly lost my head in my dressing room a couple times.
Feet lost their heads,
but like shoes weren't too uncomfortable. Like our dresses were comfortable. Like it was good.
Yeah, it was fun, but of course it was long. But when the sushi that I ordered when I got home was just like
it made it all the better.
It made it all worth
for
it.
That sushi.
I was like,
you worked for that sushi.
I'll get a baked roll.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
I felt
a splurge.
No, but it was beautiful. It really was beautiful. And now, if you come to a year later, now you have a baby, Miss Aria.
Fast.
I know,
it's like you guys like zoom.
Ready. We hit the ground running.
You sure did. Well, part of the journey was off screen, but we did get to see in the end, we see this baby. So how important is it for America to see, in your opinion, a lesbian queer couple with a child?
I mean, I think we both agree it's like the most important part of our job for sure.
I don't. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally
speaking.
Sorry,
speaking for Camryn Fairbanks. I do. Yeah, I think it's something where, we're in our box with our fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
And then we're holding a baby and we're like, and she's more like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not.
I'm like, and then you look at it and you see the reaction and you see what people have to say about it. And it's just so overwhelmingly positive and sweet. And it's something that I forget. And then all of a sudden I'm like locked back in and I'm like, oh my God, that's right. This is actually really important and very sweet.
I think watching any character that you love, that you followed, like graduate to another step in life and like another, monumentous occasion and evolve in that way, like it's a really beautiful thing because they just get, the connection between the two characters grows deeper, their relation to, humanity and what it is to love and to grow and to it comes full circle and it's a really beautiful moment.
I think also what it does is it really roots Tessa now really into the family. Because Mariah comes from part of this legacy family. Tessa, you're part of it now. You really are, like, forever and ever, amen. It's like you have a baby. I mean, that baby is part of the family. Everything. You got the reference. You got the reference.
Forever and ever.
No, you're definitely right. I mean, we talk about this a lot, but it's always been so funny that like I just don't have a family.
Yeah,
like, I'm just like I just sprouted from the ground.
Missed opportunity in my eyes.
There's always time, but like I think like what you said, I never thought about. To be fair, like you're right. Like it is, instead of having Tessa having her own family, like we create a family together, and that's
which I think
sweet.
is very indicative of the journey of a lot of our fans that watch us, or people who watch us who are part of the LGBTQ community. I know a lot of people don't experience support from their family or encouragement, so you have to kind of find your own family and find your chosen family. And I think that it's such a beautiful parallel of them creating this for themselves when they didn't really have it growing up.
Damn, wow, that's beautiful.
And it's so true though, but because Mariah didn't have it growing up either. That's true. The character didn't have it either. That's true. So we're gonna switch gears because you got a baby, doing fine, whatever. But there was a love scene that broke the internet that people love.
Did it break the internet?
Whoa.
The candles. Look, all the candles. I was nervous.
Oh, was everyone concerned about the candles?
No, I don't.
I was like, was it my double chin? Did that break the
internet? They were electric. Most
was
of
it? Was it?
Most there were so many candles. There's this one candle, like right. It's like there's so many candles.
The only one that was real was the one that I lit at the beginning. They were all electric.
Yeah.
Exclusive, folks. Electric.
Yeah, they were.
I can't remember the last time I lit candles before making love.
Same here. Same here. I don't know what that's like, but on TV it's beautiful. But
I light candles all the time. Lots of candles in my house.
Well, what's so funny is that scene though, which even for me, it was very loving and classy the way it was shot and realistic, and I loved the discussion. I got a little teary-eyed during the discussion when you guys were talking about being these strong role model women for your daughter. I know we all know love scenes are awkward to do and stuff, but you guys are friends and everything. But just that whole thing, I mean, we don't see it on daytime TV, and you guys did it. So I'm just like, the fans enjoyed it. So I mean, any thoughts on that whole sequence?
I mean, I think it's been a while since they sort of had that moment, and I think it kind of showed the importance of moments like that, especially post baby, is reconnecting and grounding you in what makes you guys strong as a couple and your connection emotionally and intimately.
It's fun. It was like I also remember like us talking about it when we were in bed, talking about like what we were saying, and I was like, wow, I've never thought about it like that. So it made me emotional too when we were talking about it, and I was like, I've always praised my parents for connecting, and that always made me feel so supported and secure. So I think it was nice to actually like have a conversation.
It's nice to see parents get down.
Yeah, right.
Some people need that encouragement to know that there's hope after baby. Even fake hope.
Even fake hope.
Even fake hope.
Even fake life.
We call it real, REEL life. Real life. But no, it was that's the other thing you brought it up already for me before I even say it. It also showed just how the same we are when you're parents. And no matter what you come, just like you're tired, you're running around, all this stuff. But you need a date night. You need a date night to kind of reconnect and flirt and have a little dinner and drink, and you guys showed that.
Flirting is so important.
Yes, absolutely. Cocktails are important.
So to them, it's flirting and cocktails, folks.
Cocktails help with all of that.
Yeah.
You need the cocktails. It's gotta like relax you, get you not thinking about the baby, get you enjoying the food and the conversation, and then and your bodies later on. But I feel like it's true. Like in that first, possibly, I don't know, I'm speaking out of turn here, but like in that first moment that you're away from the baby for the first time, I'm sure that there are a million anxieties and fears that are going on. And you can see that play out in the scene where they're like, we should just go. We should just like, so I joke, but like, have a couple cocktails and like chill, the anxieties will kind of fade away a little bit.
It's like if the baby's being taken care of, was in good hands, so like you're okay to go away and still be adults and still be vital women.
Yeah,
that's a very important thing too. Very important. And I want to kind of lead, because I don't have a lot of time with you guys, so I want to lead into something very light, which is, I'm not saying it tongue in cheek because you both are very outspoken about stuff like this. There's been a rash in the last year or so of anti-LGBTQIA plus things happening, from bills to rhetoric and stuff. It is Pride Month, and so I just want to get you guys' thoughts on, has it strengthened your resolve in playing these roles anymore? I mean, stronger, or I just wonder what thoughts it's affected you, both of you, actually, on some level.
It's tough because I mean, I think like at this point the anger just feels so like internalized that I'm just like, I feel it on a day-to-day basis, but there's just so much out there, so it's hard for me to just talk about like the blank, like the idea of it is terrible, obviously. Like, I just think it's so simple. We're just all people and we just need to be nice to each other. And
I think I'm just effing over it.
Yeah,
to
just
be
like
perfectly honest.
That's the answer. That's the answer. Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at, where I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so tired.
so ridiculous.
This is so tired. There's so many other things to worry about.
Yeah.
And it's not that I can't put energy or attention, or it's not
Right.
outrageous and mind-numbing and frustrating. It is all of those things. And it is obviously more important than ever that we take action and that there's representation and all of these things across the board. But I think the feeling that I get is just more than anything is just this eye roll of like, so over this.
Yeah.
I'm let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
There are bigger and better subjects. The world is falling apart on so many levels that like this is bored. You're using this is boring. You're using this to distract from bigger issues that we could be taking care of, that we could be helping people across. I'm just
Like, can we stop like worrying about who's in the bathroom?
Like,
can we start worrying about the environment? Like, fuck,
can we take care of other stuff?
Yeah, we're
this is unimportant. I mean, it's very important. It's just
it should be. It shouldn't even be
talking about this anymore.
I agree. So I agree. I agree.
You, not you.
I said no. I agree with you. No, I totally agree with you. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I just mean in legislating this or that or when in it. Like,
why do you care? Like, what
Right.
is a book? Like a
Let
children's
people live.
book? Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
And that frustration is what you're seeing. Like, eking out
you
now.
We haven't thought about it because now we're just like,
you just get like, just like really still. We're talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, and seeing it the way it affects friends and family members, it's just maddening, and I feel so protective. It just feels like one of those things that we're like, we're just over having the same conversation. It's just
I agree with you. Totally agree with you.
And I can only imagine like how everyone else feels about it. So it's like, it's still the fact that it's still something that you have to protest about and talk about, and like the inability that people have to have hard conversations nowadays is absolutely mind-numbing as well. Like the fact that we can't have conversations.
Right. I agree.
The biggest thing for me.
Yeah, to be in a stalemate over human rights is mind-numbing beyond
because no one can have
belief anymore. It's just
shocking.
Yes. Now on the flip side of this, Camryn Grimes, your Vanderpump Rules stuff is hilarious. I like that. See, let's go from that end to the next end.
Dad is sitting here and we text about it, and he's who, like, I don't have a lot of people that watch it. I have more people now.
Honestly, like, it got me into
it was so good. My sister started about, like, people finally understood where I was coming from, and I got to like sit on my pedestal and be like, it's like I had a whiteboard behind me. I was like, okay, well, this person would, and then they cheated, but this was ages ago. Now you got to go back to season 2, episode 11. You'll see what I'm talking about here. I was like that Charlie Day meme with the strings. I was like explaining. I was living my best life. Thank you to Scandival for all the joy that it brought the world together. It's so true.
Something seeing like a horrible person getting taken down.
It was great. It was great.
I've always said Vanderpump Rules was like the show.
Yeah.
I always said Vanderpump Rules. I've watched it from the very beginning. I said, oh, Vanderpump Rules was always the show. It's the Housewives stuff, but Vanderpump Rules had its own world. I was always
got into Housewives, and I'm not, and I still have friends who are like, no, now, because I'm into so many Bravoverse shows, but there's nothing like, there was a podcast and somebody coined this phrase, so this isn't me coining this. The Vanderverse is so rich.
Yes,
it's like so rich and intricate, and it has been for 10 plus years now.
Yeah.
And like, it's just so gratifying to watch something where you're like, these people are garbage. They're not actually. I like deeply love them as human. Like,
right.
Because you watch it and you're like, how is this happening to these people 10 plus years later? It makes you feel better about like anything going on in your life. You're like, I'm good. Like,
yes, because we watch them move up. We watch them like move up, and I never thought who fell so heavily would be the ones who fell so heavily. I thought some of the other ones might fall spectacularly.
I number on him.
No,
the first episode I watched, I was like, that guy sucks.
Really?
So, okay. I mean, it's like watching, I'm so happy that people are going back and watching from the beginning and becoming fans, because guess what? I get to talk about it more and people are, all about it. Great. But it's like going, when Scandival, going back and watch it. I'm not one to gatekeep and be like, well, you didn't watch it from then. You don't know. But it is like watching Sixth Sense, knowing the twist.
Oh, got it.
It's like, so it's really cool because you get to have this perspective and you see all these things that, and I could talk about this right now.
I think this is the subject we've talked about the most.
But now you have this perspective. So, it's good. But for us who've been watching, since the beginning or since very early on, like, there's so many things you go like, I didn't, oh my God. But what you did, you always knew that like Sandoval was cringe.
Yes.
You were always like, okay, well, he's kind of annoying and obnoxious, but he's with Ariana, and Ariana's so great.
Right.
So you made him more endearing.
That's true.
And like, he just, and I think we can see now who he's become post Ariana is like, oh, you were always garbage.
That's true.
Silly little narcissist. Silly little toxic boy.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Well, okay, so to wrap this up, like we can keep talking, we can talk forever, the three of us. Okay, so last thing is, what, as usual, for like the Teriah fans, the Teriah Tigers, all the Teriah groups, what do you have to say to them? Like this, as usual, they love you. They love you both so much, as you know.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're so incredibly thankful for the support and just the kindness. It's just it's very inspiring every time we get to work.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. It's lovely to feel like you have a community, and it makes like driving into work each day all the better. A lot of the times, like Cait said it, you come in, we're in a box and lights are, and you can forget, but like having that community or people being excited if you post that you're at work, like that just it's such a gratifying and cool response in a moment. You're just, it kind of wakes you up out of any fog you're in or any thoughts of like, oh, I gotta go to the doctor later. I gotta pick up toilet paper and batteries. I do that.
Yes, I remember this.
But no, it makes it deepens the level of what you do, and I love how much they love Tessa and Mariah. I love how much they love us. I love them. We love them.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just wish I was like more active on social media, but I got so out of practice during COVID.
Right.
But no, it's amazing to hear from them at all times.
They love you guys unconditionally, so you have nothing to worry about. Whether you're on there or not, they love you. We love you. I love you, of course. Thanks for spending time with me again, ladies. Thank you so much.
Yes. Do you want to talk more about Scandal? No.
They don't give me enough time to do that. I would. No, I would.
You about Vanderpump Rules. I know.
I mean, separate interview.
I'll explain it all to you after.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is Camryn Grimes and Cait Fairbanks, Teriah. Once again, here on JLJ Media, we love them. We love you for watching. Share this with all the fans. You want to see this, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys. Mwah.